Hello, everyone. My next speech will be about the Teotihuacan tribe, I want to say, which was located in Mexico City. The Teotihuacan was like a very large population of people, populated at least 100,000 people. And it was close to the Street of the Dead. Which was close to the three pyramids that the city or the people live near. And the three pyramids that were inside of the Teotihuacan was the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and the Temple of the Feather Serpent. So these are the three pyramids that was within the city. And the Teotihuacan, I'm sorry, I'm horrible at pronouncing it, held high influence on many Aztecs. And one reason why they held high influence on the Aztecs and some other deities is because they were identified by their military intrusions and also their political ways. They the Teotihuacans, it's really kind of like unknown as far as their language or even what they call themselves. This is, I believe, a name that was like kind of given to them. The information as far as who ruled them, how did they work together, some of those things are still unclear. But most of the things that they found was through pictures or murals, because they didn't really have an identified way of communication that is known of at this moment. So they had no dialect system that could be translated. And as I said before, a lot of the information that is known about them was learned through murals, paintings, and sculptures, by the way they built things. And it was said, like, in the little town, they had like big buildings that, or not buildings, they call them compounds, the large compounds that the people would live in, and they were equipped for them to live in large families. So let's just say a family of 10 could live comfortably in one of these compounds. And how they chose for certain people to live in the compounds, I'm really not sure. But in one of the videos, it did say, or something that I was reading, it says that they chose them with certain crafts that their family, that of skills that they had. A little bit more information about them is that you had to enter the Street of the Dead in order to get into their plaza or their grounds. And the Street of Dead was like kind of like a cemetery. It was like a cemetery. And they had several important people that lived throughout the city, and they had a lot of hidden doors and buildings that was like really hard to get to. Some of the complexes or the apartments, because of the way that they structured them, they had like, like back in the slavery where they had the big houses, and then they would have the service doors to where the servants would go through the doors. Kind of something similar to that is what I know of thus far. But in the 7th century, the Teotihuacans had their buildings and even parts of the Tuplamaro have been destroyed, and it's very little of the building that remains, to my knowledge. So that is my speech on Teotihuacan. I'm sorry I pronounced it wrong, but y'all have a great day.